Hello YouTube, this is an episode of That Childfree Guy, and I ran across an interesting post. That was about bashing child-free people. Now I'm sitting over here thinking, what did we do now? Apparently nothing. And in fact, OP makes an interesting admission here. So here we go, I'm gonna go right into it. So this person says that I hate smug child-free people. And this person says, I'm talking about the child-free people who make it clear they hate kids, and if there is anything inconvenient about kids, they will say, well, you chose to have kids. I'm totally on board with having kids if you don't want that, but we need a mind shift. Parents, good caring parents, are doing the labor that child-free people do not want to do by working hard to care for future healthcare workers, teachers, bankers, etc. to keep society working. We also create the nieces and nephews that they will depend on as they get older. I wish there was more acknowledgement of this fact that, in a way, child-free people are riding off of the coattails of parents. Really? Really? So then we have a couple of comments, and I want to get to this one. And this person said, no one says that. If someone says, well, you chose to have kids to you, it's either a sibling who is tired of listening to you complain, so stop complaining about them, or you've accosted a stranger on a bus or something. I can't figure out how this could happen. Next comment is, sounds like you resent your kids while also putting a lot of pressure on them to do a whole lot of things that no child-free person has ever suggested. And then this last one, second last comment, maybe it's valid backlash to the hordes of parents who think they're special just because they did the easiest thing on the planet, have a baby. Nothing makes me crazier than the baby on board bumper stickers. Like, why would I give a frick that there's a baby in your car? We should drive carefully around your car, but maniacs around other humans? And then this is the last one before I get into what OP actually says here. This is a great one. I'm a child-free person myself. It was not my intention at the outset, but having been abused as a child, I was determined to find a partner I could really trust to be there for our kids and to set an excellent example of manhood for them, and that just didn't happen. So I didn't have kids. I love kids. I have always worked well with them. In the 42 years I've worked with kids in educational settings, daycare settings, criminal justice settings, and being a loving auntie and a stepmother into long-term relationships. I was a CASA for several years, and as an attorney, I represented kids in dependency and neglect cases. I've been a big sister. I'm very much aware that many parents who think they are great are failing their kids. A lot of very selfish people have children and consider them nothing but an extension of their own egos. I've been there many times for emotionally and physically neglected and abused kids. I don't owe you any praise, OP. I suggest you get over yourself. And then to the question of who actually says that, we have OP chiming in. OP here. No one has told me this explicitly, but it's more the attitude that people have around children and people who have kids. Like, instead of thinking about how much parents help to raise the next generation, by the way, kids are critical to society, people seem to feel like your kids, your problem. And the rise in child-free individuals who feel emboldened to make this statement, have this attitude, is increasing from what I'm seeing. So in other words, OP is seeing that, I don't know, people are being more open and honest about their dislike of children than before. And they're saying that there is somehow an increase in this, in quote, child hatred. Because, I mean, let's look at J.D. Vance when he talks about being anti child. So, so, what do you think of this post? Have you had any entitled parents who think that they're better just because they have a kid? All right, talk to you soon.